Right, you battlers, you know what it is. JayDevin back at it with another Go Battle League Master League video. It has Master League in it, Master League content. It's a Go Battle League video. This video is going to be a little different. I'll just cut right to the chase, okay? I'm about to hit you with something that could be potentially very cheesy, might take you off guard. Be prepared. It's this. Okay, that's hopefully that's not too cringe. I really don't know exactly, honestly, how to approach this video or how to say this or how to do this kind of video. So, you know, really I'm just going honestly like off the top. This is, if I were to basically, you know, talk to somebody one-on-one, that's kind of what this would be. So, you know, hopefully this helps you at least. But these are some battles you can see obviously featured on the side with another different team that I tried. The team was okay, it was good, had good coverage. You had swap options, shield pressure, etc. But that's exactly what I want to make my point on and what the whole point of this video for the upload today is. So I'm obviously progressing Go Battle League. You can see I am rising up again. It's more consistent now, right? I guess let's start off with this. If you ever find yourself in Go Battle League where you have a set where you go 4 for 1, or even have a couple sets where you go 4 for 1, then a 5-0, and then all of a sudden you go 1-4, and then an 0-5, and then just like that, all of your progress for the day that you made is just kaput, and you're actually down by 3 points. If that has happened to you, I've been there. It's incredibly frustrating because you get super hyped. You know, you're on the brink of 2950, you're on the brink of rank 10, and it's pretty depressing. You know, it's really easy to get down on yourself, and then it's basically just going to be a losing streak from there. And self-talk, I think, is part of the reason for that. Okay, so when it comes to leads and teams, right, losing the lead is a constant topic of discussion, whether it be on, you know, on streams, on Twitter, on videos, etc. I've complained about losing the lead myself. There's no shame. It sucks. It can be infuriating, but that's exactly, I think, where the motivation for this video comes from, is because, man, I'm still kind of on the fence with this. I'm not going to lie to you. So the conspiracy theory, I'm gonna go there, okay? The conspiracy theory of the matchup algorithm. I'm not gonna go out and say I firmly deny that that's a thing. I'm not gonna go out and say there's no way that's a thing. You're paranoid, you're crazy. Because again, I've been there. I felt the same way. It can be very, very suspicious at times. But hearing advice from people who already are rank 10, who consistently hit rank 10, who consistently win Silph tournaments, who consistently win basically any PvP challenge that is thrown their way, no matter what format it is in, even draft tournaments. It's not a matter of losing the lead. Sometimes it can be a matter of the matchups. Most teams can perform very well with other top teams. That's why the teams are published. That's why the teams are made into videos. That's why the teams are Twitter posts. That's why the teams are on pvpoke.com, gamepress.com, pokemongohub.com, pvp.com. Who knows what the heck else is out there nowadays? But the teams work. It's not, the team's not failing. You don't, man, I just feel like I'm getting right into it. The team's not failing. You don't need to change the team. You have the team has worked, the team can continue to work. The change is with you. That's man, that's as cringy as it gets, dude. That's not what I wanted this to be. This is a quote, obviously, as you can see. As far as crediting for this quote, I want to put a disclaimer out there on this video. I searched and scoured the internet for a specific quote and or excerpt or book, magazine, anything to quote and to pull this from. As far as I can tell, this was basically made by people. There were a couple passages of very like ancient text that were pretty similar to what this said. There were some rumors floating around that this is a quote from Buddha, and there was no actual quote found or anything that could be verified that this quote is from Buddha. It's basically a quote made by people, just an inspirational thing that you might see on a poster with the little cat hanging from the branch, right? So this is the quote I decided to include in the video. Yes, it's cringe, I know, but I want the quote to be included because it did kind of help, turn things around for me a little bit. Because when you get frustrated and you get tilted and you're losing leads and you're trying to close with a Garchomp and they close with a Togekiss, when things like that happen, you cannot let it get in your head. You have to remain calm. Know that your team works. It's how you played the team. It's how you swapped. It's how you shield. It's how you read correctly or incorrectly whether to shield or to not shield their charge moves, right? So the quote, obviously, it is better to conquer yourself than to win 1,000 battles. I think that is the perfect quote for this video and what I've been thinking about lately, specifically for Go Battle League, because for a lot of people, it can almost feel hopeless and or impossible to get to rank 10. Honestly, what I'm starting to notice is the difference between a rank 9 player and a rank 10 player is not the team, is not the picks, maybe not the picks. I do feel like I would be rank 10 if I had Giratina Origin, but not, not the team, not the picks. It's the player and how determined that player is, the demeanor of that player. Do they remain calm? Do they get upset? When you get upset and you play on tilt, your judgment is clouded. You'll make the wrong calls. You'll make the wrong plays. You will throw the wrong shields. You'll throw the wrong charge moves. And ultimately you're going to lose because of that. So when I started to, I guess, calm myself down or to think about this a little more, and I played some more sets, I had a 4-1, a 3-2, a 3-2, a 3-2, and a 3-2. So I did nothing but plus on Go Battle League yesterday, and that's because I kind of tried to implement this, or to to remain calm, to keep it as a state of mind. Because if it is, King said this on a stream actually recently too, and this is part of what inspired me for this thought process, and to, I guess, bring a little bit of self-speak, like positive self-speak, into Go Battle League. Sometimes it is just a matter of the battle worked out to where I'm trying to close with a Garchomp and they just happen to have a Togekiss in the back, right? My typical response is, of course they have a Togekiss in the back. That's just my freaking luck. Go Battle League, go Blind League, blah, 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 blah. Sometimes it just is that way. People run different teams. I do it myself sometimes too. People will run different, weird, unpredictable teams just to catch moments like that where they're going to get a clutch victory. And honestly, it works, but I find for myself most of the time it does not work, because those kind of teams won't perform well against the consistent teams that are more well known and used more often. So I apologize. These were actually not my latest battles. These were you should probably should be able to see from the MMR. I think these were the sets prior to my previous. So these are, I guess, you're 2 episodes behind on the battles themselves. Anyways, and that's why I put here, sorry, getting back on topic, that's why I put here player versus the team, okay? And it's not a matter of you are bad as a player. It's not a matter of the team is bad and you suck at building teams or you suck at using the team. It is the mindset of the player and how the player approaches things. I find when I do not remain calm, I forget simple matchups and I forget to look at simple situations, and my decision making literally, it gets clouded. It literally gets clouded. I mean, as an example, I find most of the time, this is just a broad example, your experience could be different, but with the way I play Garchomp as an example, if I answer a Dialga with my Garchomp, or if they answer my Garchomp with their Dialga, I find most of the time they are just not going to shield the first charge move that is thrown. Why, I don't know, but they don't. So I will always go with Outrage, and it almost always connects. and that almost always ends up being a win condition for me. And there were some battles where I was upset because I lost the lead, or I lost the previous game because of a close situation, and I forget that they almost never shield, and because I'm upset, I try to bait with a Sand Tomb to see if I can gain the advantage, and of course, they don't shield the first charge move. And in that specific matchup with Dialga versus Garchomp, for the most time, in practice, in my experience, that puts me at a big disadvantage for the rest of the battle, because either I have to let my Garchomp fall or I have to swap, and if I swap, they are just going to hard counter me. So again, that's a very specific example that probably applies to pretty much everything, but it clouds. Don't play on tilt. That's basically the main point of this video. If you play on tilt, you're not going to play how you usually play, pushing up to, towards 2800. I've been higher than this in Go Battle League. I've been 2898, something like that. Like, I've been really, really close. And, I started to face, obviously, good battlers, very skilled trainers who know what they're doing and who have their process and their mindset. They remain calm. They know the matchups. They can make predictions. They make calls. And because they play good, I just get tilted. And that is exactly when my MMR starts to fall and my performance also starts to fall. Yeah, this is, I'm not going to lie, this has kind of felt like a sermon. Again, I really don't want it to feel that way. I just want to share, I guess, my experience, my thoughts, or what's been going on, because I figure if the same thing is happening with you out there, it could potentially help. So again, it's better to conquer yourself than to win 1,000 battles. Now, in application, obviously, to close this video out, anybody can go on YouTube, record something like this, and preach fake Buddhist quotes and throw it up on the screen for you. That's not how I want this to be. If it's coming off that way, that's simply just not what it is. I would like you to try it yourself, and for you to try it yourself, I'm going to tell you exactly what I did and what I've done that has helped me, I guess, get back into that zone, or to calm down, and or to refocus myself, right, to recalibrate to where I can make those calls, make those predictions, make those plays, I throw the correct shields, right, and call the correct baits. And it's more simple than you would think. Really what has helped me is, if I'm out of focus, if I'm not in a good mood, I won't even play Go Battle League. I just will not play it. Normally what I've been doing is reading, believe it or not. Reading has helped me, but also literally meditating. So if you sit down for 2 to 3 minutes, ideally it's going to be longer, but you can literally lower your heart rate. For some people, obviously, with any kind of condition, nothing like this would work, but put yourself in a place excluded from a big group of other people. If you're in a situation like that, literally sit down. I set a timer for 3 minutes is the way I do it, and I make my breaths as deep as possible. This is so cringe, I know it is, but I make my breaths as deep as possible until I'm just relaxed. And honestly, for me, it works every single time. It may work for you, it may not work for you. Again, I just wanted to share that. Really, it's the point of the video. It's helped me. I found more focus. It's just Pokemon Go PvP, but that's what I found out. So as always, battlers, thank you very much for watching. Subscribe if you feel my vibe. Power punch the notification bell for all that PvP content. That's it for this video. We'll see you in the next video. Don't play on tilt. Have a good stinking day.